I'm Chris with iPhone in Canada. Back in February, I reviewed the Jawbone UP fitness bracelet, which many of you really enjoyed. Also, many of you also asked that I take a look at the FitBit Flex, and so after a couple of months of using it, I'm ready to give you my thoughts. First, Fitbit has been in the activity tracking business for a few years now, so they know what they're doing. Their Fitbit One and Zip are very popular devices. They're small and clip onto you, but once the Nike Fuelband and Jawbone UP came out, it was apparent many people enjoyed the bracelet watch wearability. So Fitbit released the FitBit Flex. Right off the start, what I like about the FitBit Flex over the Jawbone UP and the Nike Fuelband is you don't have to worry about the store you're buying it from not having the size you need in stock. If they have a Flex in stock, it'll fit you. That's because in the box you get two different sized bands that should fit almost everyone. The tracker itself is pre-installed in the large band. You also get a wireless USB dongle and the charging cable. What also makes the Fitbit Flex attractive is the fact your tracker can easily be removed from the band. Since Fitbit sells a variety of different colored bands, you can easily change up the color depending on what you like without having to buy a whole new device, which is the case with the Jawbone UP. The band itself is a very nice sturdy silicone and has two prongs to keep it fastened to your wrist. When you first get it, it can be difficult to get it fastened properly, but as you use it more, it starts to wear in. On the top of the band is a hard plastic ring that allows the Fitbit Flex indicator lights to shine through. I'll get to those shortly. Now, a big difference between the Fitbit Flex and the Jawbone UP is that it's constantly in contact with the device you have it synced with over Bluetooth. Now, this can be a plus and minus. It means you don't have to plug it into your device to get your results through the app, but it also means your device battery will drain faster because of the Bluetooth communication. Now, it's likely not going to be a ton because it uses Bluetooth 4.0, but it's something to be aware of. Secondly, there is the possible health concern associated with constant exposure to Bluetooth and even Wi-Fi. Now, the World Health Organization now classifies RF radiation, which includes Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, as a Class 2B possible carcinogen. Now, a Class 2B means there could be some risk of developing cancer, but more research is needed. Now, back to the tracker, the battery life, well, it's not as good as the Jawbone UP. You get about 5 days of use before you have to charge it up. To charge it, you take the tracker out of the band and put it into the charging cable, which then plugs into a USB jack. When it is in the charging cable, you do want to be careful. It can be popped out fairly easy. Now, let's take a look at the Fitbit app. When you launch it, you're immediately given a lot of information. It shows you the number of steps taken, the distance you've traveled, the number of calories burnt, how many minutes you've been active, the number of pounds you have left to lose to reach your goal, how many calories you're allowed depending on the number you've set during your goals, the number of calories eaten, how long the quality of sleep you've had, and the amount of water you've had during the day. So as I said, there's a lot of information. What's great is that it tracks your water intake, which is so important to being healthy. It also takes into account your activity based on the weight you want to lose. For example, if you want to lose X number of pounds over a few months, then it'll calculate your daily calorie intake to help you achieve that goal. So if you've exercised a lot during the day, your allotted calories will increase. This is a really great feature, something that is lacking in the Jawbone UP. However, where the Fitbit falls behind a bit when compared to the Jawbone UP is in the food input. To be fair, Fitbit recently updated the app, which has made a big difference, but adding what you've eaten isn't always as simple as it is with the Jawbone app. The Fitbit food library doesn't have everything I've become accustomed to with the UP. You can, of course, add your own items and save them so that they are there for future use. Another missing feature is the barcode scanner found in the Jawbone UP app. It makes adding food a lot easier. But as I said, the app has come a long way even in the few months I've used it, so Fitbit can easily be adding more. Now, the Fitbit Flex also tracks your sleep, much like the UP. You can turn on the sleep tracking via the app or tapping the tracker several times quickly for a second or so. It gives you a nice graphical display in the app of when you were in deep sleep or restless or awake. You can scroll along the timeline to see what time you fell asleep and when you woke up. It nicely shows you your average deep sleep as well. As with the UP, it's a lot of useful information, and you can use it to set your alarm and it'll buzz when it's time to wake up. Another distinguishing feature of the FitBit Flex are the 5 LED lights. Not only do these lights show you how much battery life you have left, but it shows you your progress towards your goals. It gives you that quick, instant feedback without having to sync with your mobile device. It doesn't go as far as the Fuelband and show you actual numbers, but as I mentioned in the Jawbone review, after a while you stop checking the actual numbers as you start to understand your routine. But the quick glance to see the progress based on the 5 LED lights is a nice touch. To check the progress, just tap the tracker a couple of times. Each light represents 20%. Oh, and when you do reach your goal, you get a nice little notification in the form of the buzzing. It can actually be a little surprising at first, and some people may actually find it a little bit annoying. And of course, the FitBit Flex is water resistant, so you don't have to take it off if you're in the shower, in the rain, or doing dishes. But please don't take it swimming. It's not waterproof. Like any monitoring device, if you use it, you should see results. The Fitbit is a great way to lose weight and have concise and achievable goals through a weight loss journey. Is it perfect? No, it has some drawbacks, but the same can be said for the Jawbone UP and the Nike Fuelband. The drawbacks I've mentioned are mostly all things that can be changed and fixed in software updates. Fitbit knows what it's doing, and as the product matures, I'd expect to see more improvements. Speaking of which, Fitbit just announced the FitBit Force. It's an upgrade to the Flex that includes a small display that shows you the time, calories, and other information. That way you don't have to look at your mobile device. More a la Nike Fuelband, but I think a little bit better. If I had to choose one device right now, as is, I'd still choose the Jawbone UP. I love the app and its simplicity. I hope you found this review informative. If you did, please give it a like. It does help me grow my channel. And feel free to subscribe to my channel. That way you won't miss any of my future videos and giveaways. For more iOS and Apple news, make sure you check out iPhoneincanada.ca. I'm Chris with iPhone in Canada. Thanks for watching.